nous sommes déçus. Aujourd'hui a été une opportunité de signaler aux
to signal to Canadians that this government will change
but instead,
its ways.
we're just seeing much more of the same. There's nothing in the throne speech talking about preparing Canada for a potential economic downturn with many warning signs on the horizon. Nothing about our energy workers in Alberta and Saskatchewan. Nothing about our forestry workers in British Columbia. No sense that decisions that were taken in the previous parliament under this government have caused some of the very damage to our society and to Canada. And most importantly, nothing really on national unity. Nous avons une crise de l'unité nationale.
We have a crisis, Canadian or national unity crisis with the resurgence of Bloc Québécois.
That under this Liberal government, that Confederation is not working for them. But luckily for Canadians, there is a party that is still going to fight to put Canadians first, that still believes in a united Canada, and that there is still someone running for Prime Minister who will put Canadians first and who believes in uniting Canadians, not dividing them. So over the course of tomorrow, when I respond to the throne speech, and over the course of the next few days and well into this Parliament, the Conservative Party will be showing Canadians how a Conservative government will keep Canada united, help Canadians get ahead and put their needs first.
Monsieur Scheer, il y aura un vote, il y aura un vote.
Throne speech and potentially triggering an election then?
We are very disappointed in this throne speech. We are going to be moving an amendment to it, and we'll see what happens with that amendment.
Quel genre d'amendement, Monsieur Scheer?
Well, we'll be tabling that tomorrow when I give my response to the throne speech. It will highlight the things that we believe should have been in this speech, the missed opportunities that Justin Trudeau had to send the signal that he gets it, that he's heard from Canadians. That wasn't in the speech that we saw today, so we will be proposing that.
Dans le discours du Trump, Monsieur Trudeau parle. Le discours du Trump parle bien de l'importance
speaks about the importance of bringing natural resources to new markets. He mentions this specifically. Isn't that sufficient for you? No, he hasn't named the energy sector, and he hasn't acknowledged the fact that his own piece of legislation with 179-148 that caused a problem. I believe that Canadians need to have a signal that he has learned a lesson from the election, and it's clear he hasn't.
Est-ce que vous allez voter
Will you
contre
vote against the throne speech, and what will you be your strategy from here? Tomorrow we will propose an amendment, and we will see if Parliament adopts our amendment.
Brief mention of the resource sector in the entire speech, no mention of Alberta or Saskatchewan. What is this government's message to Canadians in those provinces?
It's an extremely negative message. Justin Trudeau has caused the damage that is affecting our natural resource sector, our oil and gas sector. Billions of dollars of investment have left Canada, have left the energy sector to be invested in other countries. This notion, this idea that Mr. Trudeau likes to put about that there's some, that the people of Alberta and Saskatchewan are victims of a global phenomenon is just false. Billions of dollars have left. They're being invested in other countries. Businesses are going out of business, they're going bankrupt, and they're selling at auction their equipment to American companies to build pipelines and invest in the energy sector in the United States. So today's throne speech was, I believe, an insult to the people of Alberta and Saskatchewan for not recognizing the anger and the sentiments that exist there. Right
Do you think this is going to drive deeper those concerns about separatism growing, especially in Alberta?
I am worried that Mr. Trudeau's entire approach is sending a very negative signal to many parts of this country, that he doesn't understand the feelings that exist in several provinces. Luckily, the Conservative Party stands ready to show Canadians how we will ensure that Canada works, how we will put forward concrete proposals that bring our country closer together. We believe in a united Canada, and we will work very hard.
Do you think your amendment will have anything to do with Alberta?
You'll see our amendment tomorrow when we
do you support a concrete example for today? So you're saying you have concrete plans, but you can't tell us what they are right now.
Concrete plans for?
We want to put forward concrete examples of how you would do better. Can you give us one example today?
Absolutely. Repealing Bill C-69 and Bill C-48. Starting the work for a national energy corridor that will address the environmental and First Nations concerns so that we can get big projects built in this country again. Elements of our environmental plan that would accelerate investments in research and technology, helping the energy sector grow while at the same time reducing emissions. We have many of those types of ideas, and you'll see more of them in the weeks.
Do you support any of the?
No province at all mentioned in this strong speech. Why should he mention one or two? We have two problems here. One in Western Canada, but in Quebec as well. There are new Bloc MPs because there's new feeling in Quebec to support Sovereignist Party, and I believe that he might not name all 10 provinces and the 3 territories, but give a signal to Canadians that the government, that the Prime Minister knows that there's a problem today in this country.
Do you support anything in their climate plan specifically? Is there anything in what the Liberals are saying on climate change policy-wise that you support?
I did see a mention to something that we had proposed around attracting investment, around business development, about investments in technology. We'll see what that looks like. Obviously, in a throne speech, you don't see all the details, but there was a mention to that. So we'll see where they go with that.
It's been twice you've named the Bloc Québécois, but it's not them who are threatening national unity, if I understand well, currently in the current portrait of Canada. We're talking about the separatist movement in Alberta and Western Canada. So why coming back with the Quebec separatist movement and not the Alberta-based separatist movement? Well, there's been some MPs that were elected with a platform of Quebec independence. We've proposed concrete measures to Quebecers that we will respect Quebec and give the Quebec government more power in terms of culture and immigration. And we have proposed one on the unique income tax report. We have specific ideas that we propose to Quebecers, and Mr. Trudeau has rejected them all. So the Conservative Party, to improve the situation with the feelings regarding national unity. But Quebecers have rejected your ideas as well. You've lost 2 seats, and your number of votes have been reduced in Quebec. So how your solution is better than Mr. Trudeau's? I'd like to understand this. Since we have a situation where the Bloc Québécois was almost done for 2 parliaments, and now, with Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister, after 4 years, they're back. So my job and the job of our team for the next few months is to show to Quebecers and everyone, to all Quebecers and everyone in every area of Canada, we can govern this country by respecting every area and every province.
Over the course of the next few weeks and months, for as long as this Parliament may last, or as short as it may last, how a Conservative government will govern this country in the best interests of every province and every region. Justin Trudeau has divided this country. He has divided this country. He has pitted region against region. That is not the way to keep this confederation together, and we will show Canadians a better way. Merci beaucoup. Thanks very much, everyone.